Bitter melon, also known as bitter gourd, has long been considered a valuable food in nutrition and traditional medicine. Not only does it help cool the body and detoxify, bitter melon also helps beautify the skin, stabilize blood sugar, and lose weight effectively. With its characteristic bitter taste and cool crispness when processed, bitter melon is an indispensable ingredient in many traditional delicacies, such as bitter melon soup stuffed with meat, bitter melon stir-fried with eggs, or steamed bitter melon. However, bitter melon is very sensitive to humidity and temperature if you do not know how to preserve it. After only 1 to 2 days, it can become soft, mushy, or black. Especially in the hot season, keeping bitter melon fresh for a long time is even more difficult. So how to keep bitter melon fresh, green, crispy, and delicious for many days, even for a month, without losing its flavor? The article below will reveal to you simple but extremely effective tips, from the right way to wash, dry storage, to skillful freezing. Let's explore. First, let's rinse it with plain water. Use water to rinse the bitter melon to remove dirt on the outside, because the bitter melon has small grooves that are very deep into the body. Wash each fruit separately to ensure that each fruit is washed carefully. Where are you from? Let me know in the comments. It's great to be able to make friends from all over the world. After washing, drain the water a bit. We continue to wash it a second time. This time, wash it more thoroughly with salt. Add water. Then stir well to dissolve the salt. Next, still put the bitter melon in to wash like the first time. Soak for about 10 to 15 minutes. Use a plastic container of water to press the bitter melon down so that it is submerged in water. During the soaking process, use your hand or a soft brush to gently scrub the bitter melon skin to help deeply clean the tiny holes on the surface. Salt water has a natural antibacterial effect, absorbs the bitter sap, and softens the deep dirt, helping the bitter melon to be cleaner while still maintaining its lush green color. Then let it dry naturally, or use a clean towel to dry the entire surface of the bitter melon. Dryness is very important to avoid water stagnation, causing waterlogging during storage. Method 1. Store bitter melon with plastic wrap. Use plastic wrap to tightly wrap each bitter melon. Leave the bitter melon intact. Do not cut off the top or remove the seeds. This helps the bitter melon not lose water, retain its crispness, and limit oxidation. Wrap tightly to prevent air from entering, while maintaining the natural moisture inside the fruit. After rolling, we put everything in a zip bag. This way limits exposure to moisture, the main cause of bitter melon spoiling quickly. Put them in the refrigerator, preferably in the vegetable compartment. Thanks to the film, the bitter melon will retain its freshness, not lose water, not become more bitter, and avoid absorbing odors from other foods. With this method, bitter melon can stay fresh for 5 to 7 days. The green color remains unchanged. The flesh is still crispy and less mushy than when left alone. Method 2. Preserve bitter melon in a plastic box. First, cut off the head and tail of the bitter melon. Then, split the fruit in half and remove the seeds. Place in a sealed plastic box. Use a plastic box with a tight lid. Line the bottom of the box with a layer of dry paper towels or thin cloth to absorb moisture. Arrange the cleaned bitter melon in the box. If sliced, avoid stacking it too high to avoid bruising. Close the lid of the box. Place the box in the refrigerator, the area dedicated to vegetables. If you want to preserve it for longer, over 1 week, you can put the box in the freezer, but you need to slice it and blanch it in hot water before freezing. With the preservation method in a sealed plastic box, the bitter melon will stay crispy and fresh for 5 to 7 days in the refrigerator, or 2 to 3 weeks if frozen properly. This method helps avoid mixing odors with other foods in the refrigerator and is convenient when using each portion. Third method, also a method of preserving with plastic boxes, but this time we will preserve it in a different way. First, still cut off the head and tail of the bitter melon. Then, cut a straight line to be able to pull out all the insides. Cut into circles of equal size. Continue to put the bitter melon in the basin to wash with hot water. The reason for washing bitter melon with hot water is because bitter melon, and green vegetables in general, contain natural enzymes that cause discoloration, softening, and loss of nutrients during the preservation process. Quickly blanching with hot water will deactivate the enzymes, helping the bitter melon to retain its green color and crispness when thawed. Take them out and drain before storing. Prepare a box, gradually arrange the bitter melon in it. Then put it in the refrigerator. With this method, bitter melon can stay fresh for 5 to 7 days. The green color remains unchanged. The flesh is still crispy and less mushy than when left alone. When you need to cook, just take it out and defrost it slightly, and you can use it right away. Very convenient for stuffed meat soup, stir-fried eggs, or steamed dishes. With just a few simple steps, you can keep bitter melon fresh, green, and crisp, even after long storage in the fridge or freezer. Whether you rinse with salt water, wipe dry before storing, or blanch before freezing, each small tip brings big results when done correctly. Try it today to save cooking time and preserve the full nutrition of bitter melon for your family.